Hey guys, welcome back to Ben Talk Sports. So a few days ago, the NBA released its first round of fan votes for the All-Star game, and boy, there were definitely some players' names on there that I was not expecting. Like for example, how is Klay Thompson at number 10 when he hasn't played a game in 2 seasons? Now, I just thought that was kind of funny. But we are not here to talk about that. We are going to be talking about some new faces that might be making their All-Star debuts in a couple of weeks if the NBA follows through with their decision and actually holds an All-Star game. So in this video, I'm going to be ranking 5 players who might become first-time All-Stars this season. And just a little disclaimer, these are just my opinions and I'm going to be ranking these players based on how likely I think they're going to be All-Stars. But before we start though, please smash that like button as it really helps out the channel. So, without further ado, let's begin. Starting off the list at number 5, Zion Williamson. Now Zion this season, dare I say it, has become somewhat underrated actually, with LaMelo now being the new most popular young player and what the media wants to talk about. Zion's play this season has kind of flown under the radar a little bit. Currently, Zion is averaging about 23.7 points, 7.2 rebounds, and 2.7 assists per game, on nearly 60% shooting from the field, while leading the entire league in second chance points per game with 5.2, and third in paint points per game with 15.1. Now, over the last 20 seasons, the only player to put up those averages is Shaquille O'Neal. And most importantly, he is actually healthy this season, suiting up in almost all of the Pelicans games this season while playing nearly 33 minutes per contest. But the reason I think Zion has become a little underrated this season is that he is playing smarter and not having those insane highlight plays that he had last season. But one knack about Zion's game this season I've seen is that his defense has actually regressed. In multiple situations we've seen players purposefully attack Zion and he's getting blown by more often than not, which is a concerning sign from him because he has shown flashes in college as well as in his rookie season that he can be an above average to even a great defender. So because of those factors, I don't think he can quite make the All-Star team this season. And considering how tough the competition is in the West and the Pelicans' mediocre record, but I have no doubt if Zion keeps playing like this but improves his defense, that he can be an All-Star as soon as next season. At number 4, Jeremy Grant. For the first few seasons of Grant's career, he was nothing more than just a role player in Philly and OKC. But when he got to Denver last season, things changed for him a little bit. He played a pretty important role in the Nuggets' surprising playoff run, and that earned him a new 3-year, $60 million contract with the Detroit Pistons. And with the Pistons being as bad as they are, I mean, come on, they're basically like a glorified G League team this season. Grant has been one of the bright spots on the team, and truthfully is basically the only reason I tune in to watch Pistons games at this point. He is putting up career highs in points, rebounds, assists, steals, and free throw percentage, and has looked like an all-star caliber player this season, ranking top 5 in all 5 major statistical categories among small forwards. Just a few days ago, we saw him put up a career-high 32 points in a loss against the Los Angeles Lakers. But with the current record of the Detroit Pistons, I think the chances of Grant making the All-Star team this season is pretty slim. Number 3, Christian Wood. So Christian Wood has undoubtedly become one of the biggest surprises this season, as he's showing us that he can be one of the top players in this league. I mean, currently Wood is averaging about 22 points and 10 rebounds on 55% shooting from the field and 42% from 3. But ever since the James Harden trade, Wood is playing better than ever, averaging about 22 and 11, but on 58% shooting from the field and a crazy 53% from 3 on 4.5 attempts per game, and was getting better and better every single game that he played. But unfortunately, Wood was injured a few days ago in a game against the Memphis Grizzlies, where he had to be held off the court in a wheelchair, which was a scare to all Rockets fans. but we all breathed a sigh of relief when the MRI revealed that it was just an ankle sprain. So hopefully, Christian Wood can come back in a few weeks and help the Rockets secure a playoff spot. Number 2, Zach LaVine. Now we all know that Zach LaVine is a freak athlete and an amazing dunker, but over the past few seasons with the Chicago Bulls, he has developed into one of the best all-around scorers in the entire league. And in LaVine's prior seasons, people often question his basketball IQ, shot selection, and defense. So this season, he has came out and improved on all three areas. He is currently averaging 27 points, 5.3 rebounds, and 5.3 assists per game, being one of only 3 players in the league to average 25 and 5 while shooting over 50% from the field and 40% from 3. The two other being Kevin Durant and Kawhi Leonard. Pretty good company if you ask me. But obviously, the biggest red flag and the reason he is only number 2 on this list is team success. While LaVine has gotten better and better season after season, the Bulls unfortunately have not. Currently being out of the playoff race, LaVine's situation kinda reminds me of Devin Booker's situation a few years ago, where he was an amazing scorer with no real second option on the team. So either the Bulls have to find a second star to pair up with Zach, or other contenders might be knocking on the Bulls' doors looking for a trade. Now before we get to the number 1 spot, here are some honorable mentions that just missed the cut. And those players are CJ McCollum, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Colin Sexton, Ja Morant, and Julius Randle. Finally at number 1, Jaylen Brown. First of all, I just want to say that it's pretty much a lock at this point that Jaylen is going to be an all-star this season. I mean, through the first few games, there were even discussions of him possibly being better than Jason Tatum this season. Well, I wouldn't go as far as to say that Brown is better than Tatum. He is for sure one of the best players in his position, currently putting up averages of 26.4 points, 5.5 rebounds, and 3.6 assists per game on great efficiency. And in the few games that Tatum and Kemba have missed this season, Jaylen has really stepped up and showed why he can be the number 1 option sometimes. And with people arguing that he deserved an all-star selection last season, I think this season he will definitely be an all-star and maybe even an all-star starter. So that's my list on 5 players who I think have a chance of being first-time all-stars this season. Now let me know in the comments down below if you agree or disagree with this list, and also let me know who do you think I left off the list. Also, I'm thinking of maybe doing comment shoutouts, so leave a comment on this video for a chance of being featured in my next video. So with that being said, thank you guys very much for watching this video. We are pushing for 1,000 subscribers in 2021, so if you guys liked it, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications as I upload new videos every single week. And thanks for watching.